What's the Not Your Finest Hour podcast? What is that all? I mean, I've heard stories.
Not Our Finest Hour podcast. I'll have to check out one of these days when I get a minute to listen to it. I've been told it's not for everyone. Just the general reviews I hear on it. It has been getting really good reviews.
And I've never personally listened to it, but I have heard it's not for everyone.
I listened to the Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Just great podcast. I've really enjoyed that.
I'm not endorsing anything. From what Caleb told me, he said, don't endorse anything unless you listen to it first.
I do once in a while listen in, and it's a lot of fun. But I do got to be careful. It is not for everyone.
Caleb Allman is always dropping nugs that it's one of the most value-added shows out there.
Of course, through all the Not Our Finest Hour, you guys poking fun at so much different stuff is absolutely killer.
I don't feel any oppression tonight. In fact, I feel very free. Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Thanks for being here.
I'm Interlock Ian, and I wouldn't fucking miss the Not Our Finest Hour podcast for nothing.
Welcome to the beginning of the meeting where Chad was about to say something privately that he's not going to say anymore. It's not a meeting. It's about a long day. Well, it's had a shitty day. Welcome to the beginning of the podcast where Chad was going to say something in a pre-podcast meeting and then stop because Mike hit the record button. But Mike's driving, so I guess we'll just have to give him a break because he's driving and he just hit it aggressively because he's excited about getting into this podcast.
Can you blame him?
No, I can't blame him.
Do you want to get right into it?
Let's get right the fuck into it, Chad.
So I told you guys, but I haven't told the rest of our fan base or our listeners about listeners?
Yeah.
About the girl that I hired a few years back and what happened to her.
What happened to her, Chad?
Well, a little bit of backstory. We hired this girl named Sam a couple of years ago now. And she was all right. She was a good worker, good attitude. She wanted to learn. Young, really not many issues with her. And Sam was with us for a couple months. And one night she texted me and says, "Hey, I'm really excited about this job. I'm excited to learn." And we came in at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So like I didn't respond. And on Monday at work, she didn't show up for work. Okay. That's weird. Asked the guys, have any of you guys heard from Sam? And they go, no. Someone call Sam, make sure she's okay. Call, nothing. Text Sam, are you okay? Nothing. And that's all that we've heard about her, right? She dropped off the face of the earth. And then Shane, yesterday morning, comes up to the truck and said, "Hey, did you hear about Sam?" I said, "No." He goes, "She's in jail for murder."
Oh my God.
No word about, like, this couldn't happen to anybody else. Like, this is fucked. There's no way to put it. This is fucked. So, apparently, the story is Sam had a boyfriend who really mistreated her, and the two of them made this plot to invite another woman over for a threesome, and things got out of hand, and they ended up murdering the woman. And
That's an out of hand threesome.
that's an out of hand.
That's like let's have a Bernardo threesome. Like holy fuck.
Insane, right? Insane. And we were going over the details of this story because you can look it up. You can search this woman and the news article will come up. And apparently, after the murder, after the threesome went wrong, she wore the deceased woman's clothes around town and drove her car and used her credit card and dumped her in the river. Like, this is a cold case files in real life happening right outside my door.
We're gonna listen to this on a podcast soon.
I think you might. Like, this is wild. And some of the details that came out about this thing, I mean, just unbelievable. Like, I hired a murderer,
Well, you hired a pre-murderer.
pre-murderer. What would you?
Murderer now.
She's a murderer now. And
Imagine
like,
on a true crime podcast, NDL gets mentioned.
imagine, I don't know if that'd be good for business. Don't really think it would
I
be
don't
good
know.
for business, but
A lot of women listen to true crime podcasts, and a lot of women love landscaping.
a lot of women love landscape.
Like, I don't know.
So
It seems like a great combo.
yeah. I don't know if I
Did
maybe we
she
could do it.
murder the woman, or did the guy murder the woman and she was just there?
That's for the courts to decide. Someone a little more.
So did she just get arrested for this?
No, she's been in jail for 2 years. That's why she didn't come to work.
Oh, she got arrested.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's been through trial and sentenced. Apparently, she's got 15 years. They're trying to reduce her. Somebody's trying to reduce her sentence.
So maybe she wasn't involved in the murder. She just got sucked along for the murdering.
No. Well, maybe. I can bring up the
She's getting
article.
out early like Homolka.
Maybe her picture,
This is
she looks
like
the same.
this is like a Cornwall version of Paul Bernardo.
She's not from Cornwall. She's from a little place not far by, but okay, so she got manslaughter related to the death of someone 2.5 years ago. Um, what else can we tell you about this?
Has anyone else that listens to this podcast hired a pre-murderer? I
I
want to
think,
know. If you are watching this on YouTube or listening on Spotify or whatever, leave us a comment if you've hired a pre-murderer.
uh, um, there's some, it was a surprise threesome, apparently.
Yeah,
And
it was a surprise for
assault
someone.
might, and that an assault might occur. Apparently, she knew that it was a surprise threesome, but their assault might occur, according to this article.
This is a surprise threesome, and there might be an assault.
And when the
Sign me
chance
up.
of when the
Sign me up.
chance of murder happen was coming up, she texted her boyfriend and says the cameras are still on downstairs. So they turned the cameras off before. I don't even have cameras in my house, but maybe I should. Um, the following day, Osborne put on.
I don't feel like you married a pre-murderer. You just hired a pre-murderer.
No, you're right.
Like, I'm just like,
The following day, she put on clothes and a wig, then took her car out while using her bank card to make several purchases around town. Hmm.
like Cornwall.
No, well, in her town. Maybe no, it says Perth, but or that's where she was sentenced. Uh,
Wonder what she bought.
I don't know.
Did she like? I know that she knew there was a surprise threesome, and that an assault might occur. Did she have a plan for what she might be buying as well the next day after the unplanned
Well, I
murder?
don't know if the murder was premeditated. Apparently, if she got manslaughter, that wouldn't be premeditated, right?
So maybe the other woman didn't want to be committed to the threesome when it was happening and tried to back out. So they like forced her and then killed her or something.
Well, they apparently it says they kidnapped her before. Like she tried to leave and they kidnapped her. Hmm.
Did you meet her boyfriend?
No, I didn't know this guy. Although we were doing working at heights training the last time we needed, so this was 3 years ago, because working at heights lasts for 3 years. And Sam was with us at working at heights, and we were doing it with another. There was some like farm guys who put up silos and stuff like that, but they were like real hit construction guys, and one of them was like super like nerdy looking, but took Sam's name and phone number off of the sign-up sheet for working at Heights and called her or text
Right.
message.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That guy would have all came close to regretting that motherfucking decision. He
Or
got
he,
invited over for a surprise threesome. They fucking put on a wig and his overalls and started driving around town.
what a terrible thing to joke about. Because Sam wasn't a bad person whenever she worked for us. I don't know what happened here, but um,
You know, you do slowly become like the five people you hang around the most.
well, I
So
hope to not
maybe
hang around.
she was a good person when she started, but then she started hanging around with this bad influence boyfriend
I don't even hang around with
that
five people.
that led to a surprise threesome.
Surprise threesome.
Well, it's the people you communicate with the most, the five people.
Oh
You know,
no,
maybe
they're all my workers.
Yeah, she
My
hung out
wife.
with the NDL employees.
I think it's more of like a free time thing, like things you're doing in your free time. I don't
Oh,
think it's listen, this isn't my theory.
hmm.
I thought when you said that she was at the working at heights training that she was asking weird questions like, if I push somebody from this height,
No,
are they gonna die?
no, no, no. And then, like the guys were talking about it at work, and like the details just getting skewed as they're talking, right? They're like, "Oh yeah, she took the girl's credit card and went to Mexico." I'm like, it says nowhere that she went to Mexico, guys. Like, what the fuck? And they're like, "Oh, they tried to feed her own eyeballs," and I'm just like, "Where the fuck did you read that?" And like, the story is just snowballing as it's going through the workers. Like, I don't know, I don't know, but anyway, we hired a murderer.
You hired a murderer,
Yeah, yeah,
pre-murderer,
pre-murder.
well, manslaughterer. It's not like she got convicted of manslaughter, isn't? Didn't you hire a pre-manslaughterer?
What sounds better
It
or
doesn't
worse?
sound. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't sound nearly as exciting.
Is this episode going to be called the surprise threesome?
Of all the employees that have worked for NDL, would you have suspected her the most to be
No,
a murderer?
no, probably. He's probably the furthest one that would be a murderer. But
Is
I
that
guess you,
because you're sexist? Just because she's female?
what do you mean?
You're saying she's the least likely person that you
No,
would
but
suspect.
she was meek and small and agreeable at work. Like she wasn't aggressive or anything. Like,
You did she have access to your wig and credit card? Because
well, I don't have
they
a
might have
first off, but
you
no.
might have had a severe change. Yeah, where did the wig come from? Did the person participating in the threesome bring the wig with them? Like the wig's kind of a like what are you talking about? Why did you have a wig? Where'd the wig come from?
I don't. The article said she had a wig.
I know, but I'm saying who brings a wig? How many wigs you got in your house?
I have zero wigs in my house.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Like a wig is not a lying around. So either the woman who was coming to the threesome brought the wig, or they had predetermined the wig was in existence. Like this is the kind of questions the prosecution should be asking if they're like because if she pre-bought the wig, then that's not manslaughter.
Agreed.
Yeah. So where did the
But
wig come from? Who knows? She shut off the cameras and pre-bought a wig. She may have used NDL money to buy the wig.
well, after it leaves NDL bank account, it's really not NDL money. It's yours to do what you want with your money from your pay.
You are basically financing murder.
Well, I guess next time someone asks me to fill out one of those reports on if my business has ever financed illegal activity, I'm gonna have to check off yes.
I helped buy the wig.
Blood money. Yeah,
The wig.
a wig. Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing is fucked up. It blows your mind. Like if something like that could happen that close to home.
Yeah. You
Like
never
she
know what
was
people are doing when they go home.
she has been in my truck. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, I feel like the way this situation is being played out here, and this isn't a true crime podcast, so we may not be experts, but the way this situation is being portrayed, it's sort of being portrayed like there was a surprise threesome that she didn't know about because
Who
she
didn't
knew there
know?
might be an assault. Well, maybe it was a surprise threesome for the victim.
I think it was a surprise threesome for the victim.
And
Or
there may and if I guess if it was a surprise threesome for the victim, then perhaps what's her name? The woman?
the deceased or the
No, the
employee?
woman that worked for you.
Sam.
What?
Sam.
Am?
Samantha.
Her name
Sam.
is Sam? Am?
Sam. I'll,
Sam.
Sam. Sam.
Okay, so Sam knew that potentially there was going to be a surprise threesome, but if the woman wasn't into the surprise threesome, there would be an assault, is what I'm getting.
Yeah,
Because
somewhere.
if you're coming to my house and me and Kelly are like, hey, there's going to be this is a surprise threesome and Chad doesn't know about it, and you get there and you're not into the surprise threesome, then yeah, there could be an assault if you're going to follow through on the surprise threesome.
But then it's a surprise rape, I think.
Yeah, it's no longer it's a surprise sexual assault. I would agree. It's not a surprise threesome. Like, and then I guess once you have the assault, now you've got the problem, and it doesn't sound like this was very planned out, but the surprise of the threesome didn't go well. The woman was like, "Hey, I need to leave. I don't want to be part of your threesome." They were like, "Yeah, you know what? We're going to shut off the cameras and we're going to go with the assault route." And then after the assault is over, you're looking at the woman who you've kidnapped now and assaulted, and you're like, she's probably going to call the cops. The best thing we can do is go get the wig from the closet, drive her car around making purchases. So I guarantee that Sam was driving the car around making purchases. So it seemed like the woman was still alive after she had left their house in the wig. She probably went to buy the wig to look more like the woman, drove around pretending to buy stuff so that she'd be on camera buying stuff looking like the woman. Meanwhile, the boyfriend was throwing the woman in the river.
Likely. You'd make a great prosecutor.
I always wanted to be a detective. I like figuring
Instead,
things
you're
out.
finding where F-Lo is coming from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're
That's what I'm doing.
discovering reasons why the wall is wet in a certain spot.
Yeah. 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 That's that's what I'm fucking doing. I, oh
Uh,
my.
and I just want to say, like, when Sam worked for us, she was a good person. So I don't know what went wrong here. And, like, I don't mean to make light of the whole thing. Like, it's fucking terrible. But it's also mind-boggling.
Well, yeah, yeah. You're in a tough place having financed a murder.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I would have trouble sleeping at night.
I don't. Not after 3 years of her working for us.
How did this finally just get discovered? Like, you think this would have been discovered earlier?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have my finger on the pulse of Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry. So,
Was it one of your employees that found out?
yeah, Shane told me.
Wow.
Um,
And all of the people at work were like, "Thank God I didn't go back for that threesome I was invited to."
Like she had went out to the like some of the guys had a band and she went to their shows and stuff like that. Like she was coming along as like one of the crew.
A long-term NDL employee.
Potentially, yeah, like at least a nice person to like to see out and stuff like that. And then I don't know. I don't know.
Apparently not a nice person to have a threesome with.
Wow. I never think that about my workers to begin with, so that had never crossed my mind.
You've never thought I should invite the workers for a threesome?
Never.
Yeah, that's not something I've, thought about either.
Pretty quiet there, other Mike.
Yeah,
In the
obviously
future,
Mike's constantly thinking about threesomes.
I'm
Mike,
thinking,
do you generally have enough people working for you to have a threesome?
not at the same site usually. That's rare. We'd have to invite somebody.
Tell him to pick up a wig on the way.
So
At least
does this cause like a future interview question for people that you're interviewing for a vacant job? Like, have you ever thought about murdering somebody? Is this something that we'll ask somebody?
I
Well,
think I think that you can't ask somebody if they're planning on murdering people in an interview. But I think a legit interview question would be, do you own a wig? Do you have access to a wig? And if they say yes, you need to move on. That's not your person.
no room for you here.
I wonder if you can ask people in an interview if they have a wig. I wonder if that's illegal.
I don't
Do
know what you're allowed.
you do you or your spouse have access to wigs?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
We our first interlock our first residential our first job of the season, which residential is actually finishing on time.
No
It's
way.
finishing right in the budget, exactly where I budgeted. They were going to get it done in exact time I budgeted for us to do it when I bid it, which has left me with a problem of like I just assumed that I haven't done a lot of background on the next job because I just assumed I was going to have a few more days because that's usually the way it fucking goes. But the crew is kicking ass this year.
Tell them they
Must
can
be
have
because
Friday off.
they're on YouTube.
Hmm.
Oh no, Daryl's smart enough. He's got enough experience that he knows that if he finished everything today, there would be no work on Friday. So they're going to do the 20 rolls of sod and plant the 5 plants tomorrow, maybe mulch the gardens. But that gets them to the site, right? He's a
Yeah.
smart guy. He knows, which is, I'm fine. Everyone's got to make their money. I'm fine with it. Doesn't bother me.
But would it also have been, hey, if you finish today, I'll pay for half a day tomorrow. You can take the whole day off. Instead,
Uh,
you're milking it. And
I like to think they're just doing a high quality job.
okay, yeah, there's two ways to look at that. Yeah, for sure.
I'm always, I am very hesitant to rush people at the end of jobs because that's when the sand gets fucked up. And
Hmm.
people always try to shorten the length of time for the sand install. We
Yeah.
don't want the sand install to be shortened. We want to follow all the steps. Because we haven't done any residential Palmeric sand in a while, I fucking sent them the video from the Technoseal website and how to install the next gel.
Hmm.
Said everyone watch the video. So of them all, one of them watched the video. And he had a lot of information this morning about it and was directing them down the right path first thing in the morning. Steve had watched the video. And he also watched the video on Extreme Edge because we had not used that before. So, but the perma packs are not available. So we went with the Extreme Edge. At my supplier, anyways, permapacks aren't available, but so we went with the Extreme Edge.
I've never used that stuff either.
What?
Extreme Edge,
What edge do you use?
bags of concrete.
You don't have any fibers in them?
No.
What
Because
about
ask me how many failures I've had with my concrete edging in the past 8 years.
Well, I don't know. 8 years. Well, what about 9? Is 9 when the
Well,
failure comes?
I don't think we've installed. We used to use aluminum and plastic edging,
Yeah.
but
Why
in
did you
8 years,
stop?
because it always comes up. It looks like hell.
Do you think it's because you're not doing a deep enough over dig? Like you were trying back in the day, you were trying to get it too close?
No, not necessarily. No, I just think
It's a legit question. I'm not saying I haven't had it pop up too, and I've wondered why. Like I'm not throwing rocks at you from my glass house here.
no. I don't like the way it looks, and I don't like the way it installs, and concrete's cheaper, and I have had zero failures with concrete.
So we used to use this the aluminum edging that has a little dimple for the nail in it,
Yeah.
and we used to put it in reversed so that the nail was under the pavers.
Mm-hmm.
And that system we never had any edging failure because the edging is actually under the pavers. But I have had edging failures when we did it the other way. And part of it could have been because back in the day, like there was none of this, like you gotta over dig kind of shit, right? Like
I I just think there's something satisfying about troweling in concrete when the patio's done. It may be the most satisfying part of the entire install is
fair.
smoothing that concrete around the edge at the end of the patio. All the hard work is done. A little finesse here. If it's a little sloppy, it's okay. It's going to be buried. Your
Do
due
you think that
diligence.
because I don't find any of the process satisfying anymore, that it's time for me to get out of the business?
No. No. Well, I mean, is it time for you to stop installing? Potentially. But it's also time for me to stop installing, and I would still do the edging.
Yeah, I don't want to do any of it.
I don't blame you for that. We're doing my driveway as we speak. And I was down there on my knees blending grades and laying Vendom pavers and listening to the guys talk about, oh, this is gonna eat the sand. If I hear it's gonna fucking eat the sand one more time, someone's going home early.
It is going to eat the sand.
It is. I know it's gonna eat the sand. I don't need to hear about it.
You might get 33. You'll be lucky to push 33 square feet per bag.
Great.
Fucking lucky, man. You'll be fucking lucky, Chad.
Fine. What do you want me to do about it? Like it's in now. Like fine. So
my guys. So in the work scope that I sent to the guys, when I bid this job, I had accidentally put in Romex EcoFine in the quote because I don't remember how that happened, but it's a driveway and it has a steep grade to sheet the water off, and I don't want to dump all the water in and a lot of that stuff's not. I don't know if it's approved for a driveway. It's not approved. There was a whole bunch of controversy, and I don't want to dump a shit ton of water into the base of the driveway. I'm good. I want it to just sheet off to the road, let it go to the water treatment center. I don't give a fuck about any of that kind of environmental shit anymore. So we're using Techniseal next. What, Mike? You're like fucking. Your audio is worse than my audio the first podcast.
I didn't say anything. Can you hear me?
You were mumbling something. Yeah, your name. So this morning, after I'd sent the video for the install, Steve said to me, because of course he was the only one that was ambitious enough to watch the fucking video that I took the time to send everyone. He said, "Hey man, on the scope it says we're using the Romex EcoFine, but then the videos for this Techniseal Next Gel, and Bill has the bags in the trailer you picked up yesterday." I said, "Yeah, I don't want to. And he's like, I'm so fucking happy, man. I'm so fucking happy we're not doing that wet sand. I fucking hate it so much. It's the worst shit we do. Now, mind you, this guy just laid blue 80 all day for the last 2 days in the driveway. And the thing he hates more, like he's lifting. Now, mind you, we did have gravels, so it was a bit better for him. But he hates, like fucking hates, sweeping in the wet sand more than lifting 80 mil blue. Never complained about that. Couldn't give a shit.
They're both shitty jobs, but yeah, I can see that.
Like he hates the um hold on. I'm gonna I'm gonna mute this because my kid's calling and I want to make sure she's okay. Chad, talk to Mike.
You got it. Um, so I don't know. We started installing my driveway with Vendom. My wife came home. She's like, "Oh my God, this looks amazing. I love it." Um, so it went from, okay, we'll just do the apron in front of the house to, well, let's finish off the 300-foot long driveway in Vendom.
Ooh, I was gonna ask, you're doing the whole thing, huh?
Well, I was gonna do Vendom and then like a sidewalk on the side of Vendom and a laying field of blue 80 in black. But then my wife's like, "Oh, because it's cheaper." I'm like, "No, they're the same price." She's like, "Well, then I want the cobblestone stuff." I'm like, "Well, okay." She's like, "It looks richer." Well, yeah,
Ooh.
because you got to be fucking rich to put 300 feet of it down your driveway. But in reality, it's the same price as if I would pave the driveway, right? Maybe a little more for my manpower, but I get it.
Yeah,
I don't
it'll
know.
look nice. Oh, okay.
It'll look
Are you gonna
great.
post pictures?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
when it's done. But I think it's going to be, oh, we have a day here. Let's put in a pallet or two, not full speed ahead. Everybody lay my fucking Vendom driveway
Mhm.
because we're already bleeding money doing it. I should be out building jobs and I'm at my house working, you know.
Are you laying
Are
the
you
whole
not doing?
I thought you were just doing a collar of Vendome.
I was, but then it looks so fucking great that now my wife wants to do the whole driveway.
Perfect.
And, like it looks phenomenal. Like it really looks rich.
But that
Um,
stuff eats the sand, man.
yeah, I know. And it also eats my fucking bank account. And I'm sure the efflorescence is going to turn the driveway fucking white.
Mm.
Oh, we'll see.
You're using Rockland Black?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a bit of I might have a bit of experience looking at the odd Rockland Black with some Efflo on it. Very odd. Might
Whatever.
have might
It's
have
gonna,
spent some.
in 20 years, it'll mostly have bled out. So, fine.
Well, also like driveways traditionally get dirty just from the dirt that comes in on the tires. So like
Yeah.
driveways are never super effluy.
Well,
It's gonna look amazing, Chad.
it will. In the
How
photos, at
many
least.
bundles is it?
We have 7 bundles right now. I got to measure. I think we're 13 feet by 300 or something, but I could be wrong.
Hmm.
So we'll pick
13
away.
feet by 300?
Yeah.
It's like what, like 30,000 square feet?
No, not 30,000. Do you think? Maybe it's two.
3,000.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 3,900. How many are on a
That's not
pallet? Maybe
80.
less.
I think there's 80 square feet on a pallet.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, Vendome's a weird one. I don't
We laid
remember
three
why.
pallets today.
You laid what?
3 pallets.
How many of you?
Mm, 3 of us, but only for the afternoon, really. Not even a full afternoon.
Because you were busy doing business owner stuff?
Yeah, well, I was in and out to estimates and stuff, and the guys were doing other things, and then it's too wet to plant, so we were back at the yard and doing stuff like that. Just filling the day. Our new driver started this week. He's super
I
excited.
saw that.
We got our new truck yesterday, which is good. Although I was a bit ticked off because we went to put on the plates and there was no bolts for the plates. So we ended up getting some from the shop that or the dealer that the truck was parked at, but they had nothing for the back. So we drove it home without a back plate, put it in the shop. I had bolts. I had more bolts than the fucking mechanic shop, apparently. And we fixed the license plate
Did you
and
have them all displayed on a wall?
we have a little
Do you have
wall.
do you have a bolt wall?
I have a
I've
bolt
never
wall.
seen a shop organized by a bolt wall before.
Well, the whole
All
shop isn't
different size of
organized
bolts.
around this bolt wall. But
Was the bolt wall inspired by a screw wall?
no, my bolt wall predated the screw wall.
Hmm.
It's also not, or it's labeled, but they're all wrong labels because they were secondhand bolt pins. So you have to look in to see what bolts are in there instead of reading the fucking ticket.
That's not very lean.
I know it's not lean. What do you do? We also don't have millions of dollars to throw at a bolt wall. We have a refurbished set of bolt pins.
A refurbished. We bought the used bolt pins.
Yeah. We also have used lockers, so there's that.
I have
But
used lockers.
yeah.
We've had used lockers for the last 5 years. They served us well.
Ours are sitting on their side in the back shop. They're not even ready to go in their home.
How hard is it to stand up the lockers and put them in your
Well,
home?
well, so we poured that concrete floor that the fucking concrete cutter fucked up. But
Mm.
since the floor, we haven't framed the walls or anything. So if I bring them to the
Now
place
you're
where
busy laying 3 pallets a day in your driveway.
in my driveway instead of making money on the job site like I should be doing.
Do you have any job sites running?
Yes. Well, we're doing my cottage because we have to finish that so I can get it on Airbnb.
How
Uh,
much is that going to be?
I don't know, $300 a night or something, I think.
Yeah, when's it going on there?
Probably by end of May.
Hmm.
My father-in-law's finishing the dock. The guys are finishing the patio. Some topsoil down next week, and
My wife wants to go away. Maybe I'll rent your cottage.
there you go. Come on down.
We'll rent your cottage. We'll sit on the dock. We'll smoke cigars. It'll be
It
fucking
has
sick.
the longest dock in all of the riverfront.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I,
sure it does.
I
Yeah,
want to sit at the end of the dock and smoke a cigar.
you're welcome. I'll provide your cigars.
300 a night? You wouldn't
Yeah,
make any money providing my cigars.
first one's always free.
The first one's always free.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of people interested in renting it, so it should be an easy sell. Um, yeah. It doesn't take much to cover the mortgage on that place. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm serious. Kelly and I usually go away in the spring, I guess. Well, we or the winter. I don't. We go away in the fall, and then we usually go away in like March, or sort of
Mm.
um the end of the winter. So I get maybe like in April we usually go away, and we didn't go this year because Kelly really wanted to go to Mexico, but then the cartel blew up the Costco, and that kind of like threw her off a bit, and she didn't really want to go anymore. I don't really blame her. Like she was kind of questionable on Mexico, anyways. Then she found a resort she thought she'd really like, and then the cartel decided it was a great time to blow up Costco, and we realized there was no $1.50 hot dogs anymore at Mexico, so we couldn't go. And do you have Costco in Cornwall?
No,
Hmm.
we have to go to Ottawa for Costco,
Oh,
which I should do soon. So,
How's the progress on the second cottage, Chef?
we haven't done much yet. We're working on the first one. We're gonna finish that one, and then we'll chip away at the other one. We got some foundation work to do and stuff, and that's more of a long game sort of thing. Um, because the first one will pay for the second one. So It should be good. My truck story, I never finished because we got on the topic of the bolt bin thing. Where's it going with that? Oh, so we fixed up the truck how we wanted it and all this stuff. And then Matt goes, "Hey, this truck, you have to turn the PTO off every time you want to put it in drive or reverse." I'm like, "Yeah, that shouldn't happen. That's a live PTO." And he goes, "Yeah, that doesn't work." He's like, "Do you mind if I go to Global Cam and ask them about it?" I said, "Matt, I would fucking love that." So I sent Matt there this morning and he goes, "Hey, they said it's going to be like an hour and they're going to look into it, but we might have to send it to someone who deals with Allison transmissions." I'm like, fuck, here we go. This is going to be a
Is
fucking,
this the new truck?
yeah, the Freightliner,
Yeah, yeah.
right? They said they don't do Allison transmissions here. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. They said, but they're going to look into it anyway and see what they can do.
Which is weird because Freightliner dealers are usually an Allison transmission dealer.
Really?
Yeah. Every Freightliner dealer around here, because when we bought the International, Rush couldn't service them. They had to go to the Freightliner dealers.
My God, what a fuck show. Um, so Matt's like, "What do you want to pick me up, or like, do you want me to wait here for an hour?" I'm like, "I'm gonna be an hour, so you might as well just wait an hour." He's like, "Okay, no problem." Called me back. No, he didn't even call me back. He said, "All done. Going to get Scott's bin." I'm like, fuck, this is great. And then I see him back at the yard. He gives me a thumbs up. He's like, "They fixed the truck." Like, perfect. And I love that you didn't have to call me after. You just fucking continued on with your day. That's the type of guys that I need. He did great. He hooked his first day. He hooked 7 bins, brought him to the dump. Self-sufficient. We got to teach him to load machinery now because he's never been a machine guy. Never strapped
But
stuff.
loading machines on a flat deck, like I saw you have them do today,
Yeah.
that's an easy way to learn because it's not hard to get the machines up onto the flat deck.
Yeah. That's the best. Like I couldn't imagine him trying to step up a bin that's fucking 8 inches off the ground with the shovel.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
have
that's what
some
we
guy.
built. We built the custom ramps for the float
Oh
bin.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
got a couple and then we put hooks in the front of the float bin, so the ramps are hooked into the front of the float bin now.
that's ours has our flat deck has this like box made into the front where you just drop the chains in and the speed binders and all this stuff. And I'm just like, this is
How
great.
much were those ones for the drill?
$170 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, Amazon. I don't know. Like someone said they might not be legal or whatever. They look fucking strong enough for me. You had the impact wrench fucking hammering on them. Like they seemed good, man. Just anything to make the job easier, right? Like I don't need him fucking around with the old style ones or like the drawbar ones. Just whatever makes it fast and easy. That's what we'll do. Oh, I'm supposed to order him a bunch of fucking stuff for his truck. And then he wants a tint like a brow on it and the logo. And he's like, "Can we tint the windows?" I said, "I don't give a shit, Matt. You tell the deco guy what you want to do to the truck. That's it."
Well, you're not gonna do it the same as the other truck?
Yeah, yeah, it is. But like he wanted the brow and the tint and stuff like that. I said, fine, whatever. I don't care.
What difference does it make to you?
It doesn't. My driver's happiness is more important to me than what else we're gonna do to the truck. Little things like that. Although I did mount the CB, the intercom, whatever, what do you call it?
The CB.
Yeah. So he's like, "Can we mount this?" I'm like, fuck, this kills me. And I drilled into my brand new Freightliner, my $300,000 truck, to
Yeah.
mount the fucking CB. I'm like, oh, it hurts. What if it's wrong? It turned out great, but I'm glad I did it instead of someone else.
Yeah, that seems like something you should be doing 100%.
Yeah.
You
He's like,
shouldn't
"Oh,
be.
these are self-tapping." I'm like, "No, they're not." Like I'm pre-drilling this for sure, and then putting it in with a fucking hand screwdriver. He's like, why are there two sizes? I'm like, because if you fuck up on the first size, then you have to use the bigger size. So I'll do it. And then I still lost a fucking washer down the front of the grill.
Hmm.
We got a
I
job.
remember when. Really?
Yeah, a sports field job. Um, Out of the blue. It seems like we're getting a decent amount of people that are telling me at least. Oh, and that big roundabout that I did last year has a red concrete apron on it, and the whole thing has to be ripped out. Like,
Why?
so it's not going to pass the 30-year plan or whatever because it's starting to pit a little bit, according to the MTO inspectors. They said this isn't going to last. Apparently, the mix was correct, but the curing wasn't correct. I don't know how you uh, quality control the curing of the concrete after it's down. But
Well, I guess you can always throw burlap on it and wet it down if it's curing too fast, right?
yeah, maybe I'm not a concrete guy, but yeah. Um, so the plan is now to remove all the concrete and re-pour again while traffic is live. You can only shut down half of the
So what do
roundabout.
you have to do in all this?
I don't have to do anything. I have to do the landscaping before they do this so that I'm
Hmm.
not in anybody's way. But the whole point about these fucking giant concrete aprons is that they exist so that the big trucks can drive over them, right? They're there for the transports to drive over them because they can't make the roundabout. Well, how are you going to live pour this stuff with traffic around you and not have the they're there so the transports can drive over them. There's not a chance that they don't drive over them. So how do you cure the concrete with them driving over them?
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense. So the GC offered a credit. They're like 25%. MTO said no. 50% no. 75% no. 100%. They said they would do the concrete that was there. They would do it for free. Like done. They're like, no, rip it out. So now they got to rip it out.
So they offered to not get paid for the concrete.
Correct. At all. $125,000 worth of concrete. They said, we'll take it as a loss. I said, no, take it out, redo it. Fuck. That's the great thing about brick, you know? You can take it out and redo it and you still won't lose your shirt, hopefully.
Was that the
I feel
roundabout
like
you're doing those walls? Those
What's
big
that?
wall blocks?
What's that?
Was that the roundabout you're doing those big wall blocks
No,
around? No?
we just did a unilock apron of 4x8s in a circle.
Oh, that one. Gotcha.
you know what the problem with all this is? People want to know why our taxes are so high in Canada. It's because of exactly what's happening right there is one of the reasons. Because that concrete's probably fine.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with it. They're making that company bash it out for no reason. Just because they woke up on the wrong side of bed and they feel like making them bash it out. So what's and even when MTO was offered to not have to pay for the concrete because they're not happy with it, they still are making them come and bash it out. So
Hmm.
even the Canadian taxpayers could have whatever that concrete ring is worth, maybe 100 grand,
Yeah.
could have kept $100,000 on this on a ring that's more than likely fine.
Yeah.
But what? So right there, the Canadian taxpayers lost $100,000 that they could have kept.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is that this story is going to be an epic story that circles through all general contractors moving forward. So
Yeah.
all these general contractors, anyone that has to deal with MTO is going to be like, this is a fuck show. You have to price double the cost. And
Which
the prices are just going to keep going up and up and up.
which is the reason why we've won tree jobs for MTO in the past, because everyone else has already smartened up, and we were the guy with the shitty price because we hadn't been through this shit before, right? Like the whole fact that they hold fucking your money for 2 years for trees, like unreal. How can you do that to somebody? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Well, sorry, someone just texted me for a residential landscaping quote.
Um, I've been getting like 3 or 4 leads a day.
I guess you're
Like I almost don't want to open my emails because I know there'll be 3 or 4 people that I have to respond to. Like it's gone the other way. It's too much now. I mean, that's great. I
Are
guess
they good leads?
most of them are pretty good fucking leads. Like I landed 2 or 3 jobs so far. Not like monster interlock jobs, like full design build and shit, but like shit that I can work with, like backyard renos and stuff. Gotta rip down a couple sheds, regrade, a little patio there, a little fire pit, shit like that. Stuff I can work with. They're not all gonna be great jobs, especially in Cornwall, but sometimes that's good, right? Because then I don't have to be so involved and the guys can just do it. Like rip down a shed, put it in a bin, take the bin to the dump, grade the lawn. Easy shit. Doesn't involve much thinking. Oh, I thought the path would swoop out this way. Fucking don't worry about it because that's not the job we're getting. Yeah.
Do you think that you're getting more leads because of the website?
I think I'm getting more leads because Intrigue is doing something to put me in front of people.
The Google ads are probably working.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know how to tune them.
No, I'm trying to say that what they're doing is good.
Oh, for sure.
That's
Absolutely.
yeah, I agree. I wouldn't know what to fucking tune either.
So, like, it's expensive, but I can see this working. There's the payoff here in the whole process.
Yes.
It's better than I expected, to be honest, because they said, oh, sometimes it takes a month or two or whatever. I'm like, they're flying in now. Okay, great. I think we're gonna make it, guys. As long as we can
Yeah.
keep enough money in the bank account because we're too busy doing my projects and not putting any money in the bank.
We closed a big wall job that
Yeah.
we closed a big wall job that from the time we bid it, the day we bid it, the first day that they contacted me about this big wall job, one of the first or second thing that was said to me, do you have time to do this work in May? It's got to be done in May. And I said, yeah, we have time to do it in May. Now, I think it was like end of March when we mid March, maybe when we first started. It was at the Permacon show when this all started. So whatever that was. We've been back and forth. We've priced it. We've negotiated. We've closed it. They sent a thing the paperwork for it is outrageous because it's near some Enbridge gas main. So we have to, like, Kelly's trying to formulate the ground pressure of every vehicle we own and everything we own, which is a whole new level of stupidity. Um, and on that paperwork, it says must be turned in by May 5th because after that drop dead date, you have 2 weeks before you are mobilizing, which is mid-May, right? Which is great. Perfect. Because we have nothing going on. We have no work. And this is
Still,
like a big job. 5, 6 weeks, get it into May, get to this job. Fucking, we got 5, 6, 7, maybe 6 or 7 weeks to get the ship righted and get some work in the bank and start doing things. So I say to Jack, can you just confirm the start date? This is what it says on the paperwork. Jack calls the project manager we've been dealing with, and she says, yeah, I got you guys penciled in for July 4th.
what? July 4th?
And I'm like, Kelly, and Jack messaged, because I had said to Jack, like, listen, man, like, I'm working on some residential work with Nancy, trying to keep things, keep everyone busy. And so Nancy has a lot of leads this year. So I've been like really prioritizing getting things quoted, getting things out, getting things done, like really putting a lot of more effort into it than I normally would. And but I need to know, when are we starting, because I don't want to do all this and then close this work. And so then Jack called me and he's like, close that fucking work, so that you still exist to do the work when it comes in July. I'm like, fuck yeah, perfect. That's just great.
Does that work?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have enough to keep going and keep the doors open?
No. Currently, no.
Yep.
No, I don't. I have no work. So I have been Nancy and I went and looked at a nice job. The YouTube video's out of me and Nancy walking around. Came out today. If anyone's interested in watching it, you want to tune into the Favor King YouTube channel with all other 663 subscribers. It's a nice job. It's a deck demo, 1,200 square foot deck to demo, 1,000 square foot patio, pathway up the side, bunch of stairs, limited access. So there's a fucking frost advisory in effect where I live. What the fuck are you fucking talking about? A fucking frost advisory.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great spring.
Yeah.
We have enough work and it keeps dribbling in. But then all of a sudden I'm like, I hear, okay, we have to be in Kingston next week. What? I didn't know about this. My partner goes,
I
well, I
could go to
did.
Kingston next week.
On a rooftop? Do they all have working
Yeah,
at heights?
they all do. Daryl's got more rooftop experience than anyone you ever met. He did condos in downtown Toronto for years.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're out there.
I'll go to fucking Kingston next week. Sign me up. Just send me in that fucking direction.
I don't even know. I've never been to the site, but apparently it's 2,000 square feet of brick on a rooftop with a green roof and
Nice.
yeah, so
Jack bid that job?
I think so. It might have been pre-Jack, but might have been Jack too. I'm not sure. We'd have to ask him.
Is Jack's fucking dialed in on the green roofs?
Is he?
Yeah, he's dialed in on that shit.
Apparently they're very lucrative.
They can be, I guess. Not in my experience, but
I don't know. Jack just prices it, and if we get it, we get it. We'll figure out how to do it whenever we get it. But
yeah, hoping for the best is usually the best way to do business. It's working out for me. Trucks aren't rolling. No one's calling. Actually, we had my friend Rob had a big job this week. We did all kinds of gravel regrind, so that was nice. He kept the trucks busy for 2, 3 days. Appreciated him.
yeah, I'm still having a hard time. Well, still, I'm just realizing having a hard time booking a truck guy, like filling Matt's day. And it's only because half loads come off tomorrow, right? So can't really send
Yeah.
him for fucking gravel and shit. But it's trucking takes a lot of your time organizing a truck guy. My
Organizing 10.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you're better than me for that, but because the truck is always moving, right? It always needs to have something to do. So you're frozen. It just looks like you're smiling into oblivion.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
There
good.
you are.
I couldn't hear you. You're back now. Kelly put this Bitfinder VPN thing. See, now
I
you're
lost
all frozen again. Like,
you. You're frozen. Now you're gone again.
I don't know what's going on here. It says it's secured.
Secured.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate VPNs and computers. I don't understand any of that shit.
For 1,000 years, men will still say this was their finest hour.